On this episode of CAPS, we're back at the Hyden Adventure in Upper Michigan.
It's almost been 1 year since we started exploring this property.
We have had so many experiences and had so much evidence collected, but we have to take you back to where we left off back in May.
It's going to take us another year to finish what we started. You don't like that?
To finish what we started. All right. Like I said, it's been 1 year since our last Hyden Adventure episode, so let's give you a quick reminder of what happened.
Hello, I'm Craig Sulk.
Meet Craig Sulk. Craig and his wife Barb have owned and lived on their 80-acre hunting property, 8 miles north of Menominee, Michigan, since 1992. On May 9th, 2012, one of the cameras captured 3 photos, but it's the one in the middle that caught Craig's eye.
When I first saw these 3 photos, I knew there was something wrong with that anomaly in the middle. Mm-hmm. So I saved all 3 of them photos and just kept flipping through them. And I'm thinking, that I don't know what that is in the photo. So that's why I kept it. And I thought, this is something. And I just wanted experts to come and, somebody tell me what is in this photo.
And that game cam photograph might be the real deal. There's no way any of us can ever know. But I've always thought of it like this. If it's not a Bigfoot, what is it?
So what we've set up here is this is what the experts have told us, and a person can decide for themselves.
Although our first episode featured a lot of owls and weird synchronicities, we may have been holding back a few of the best parts. At the end of the first weekend, as we said, the van broke down. We had to come back and get it. So Monday, we returned and intended to fix the van and leave. But instead, Craig took us back out on the property one more time to check our baits. That's when things started to get interesting. So now today is Monday is Memorial Day at this point, and this is the 4th day on the property. And it's just myself, my ma, and Craig out here investigating today again, since we're here. And we fixed the van, put the new T-fitting in. It works great now, as far as we can tell. There's no smoke, nothing, no overheating, so the van's fine. So after what happened when we left yesterday with the owl in the tree, and the van having the problem where it didn't want to leave. The van having a problem where it didn't want to leave. Now it's starting to rain. And then the truck and trailer not being able to come get us. It's almost as if the property didn't want us to leave or wanted us to come back today to see something. So we're back out here again looking today to see if there's anything new. Yeah. It basically seems like
kept me in Michigan.
Like we were meant to come back here and look for something today. So again, we're going to take a look at the apples and stuff that's on the property and see if anything's moved or changed or anything. So we're heading back there right now.
they don't want us to know about.
Operator error. I don't know. Okay, so we just recorded a whole segment here of this teepee tree structure over here and a line of trees that were all broken off at the same height and everything. All kinds of weird stuff over there. We just found a 6-toed 14-inch footprint over here, and for whatever reason it didn't record any of that. So I guess we're gonna go back and relook at that stuff again, kind of point it out again, and hopefully it records this time, because it ended up being a 1 minute or 1 second clip that we started out at, and it just stopped recording. So further strangeness here. So let's walk back up there. Okay, I see the branch that's broken over here, so.
Okay, now it'd be different than we've seen.
Yeah.
Hey, Barnaby.
Yeah.
There's a clip right there. Look at the right.
Oh, yes. Where's the branch? Right here.
That's not done by wind or anything. That's twisted.
Pretty fresh. Yeah, because it's peeled off.
I know, yeah, it's put me through this heavy, thick brush.
I'm just aiming towards this area that we were at. Okay. It says I'm recording now, so here's where we were at before. So let's go back over this. This branch is hanging here, caught on the grapevine, and it looks like it came from up here in this tree, and it fell and it landed here, we'll say. And then I want to point out, since we're over here, we tried to knock over some trees, and I literally just put my hand on this one here, and it fell, and it is that one. Yeah, that one. No, this one, the long one here. And it broke in 4 places. You can see the one way up there, 2, 3, and 4. And then this one I tried to push over, and it really easily just snapped right off. But these all broke at ground level, not like the ones that we're going to show you up here, as long as this thing doesn't stop recording. Where are we going? That way. Let's go back up to the main trail and look at it from that way and come back in then.
Barnaby,
Yes.
does that happen? Barnaby, does that happen? Does that happen pretty often where you get stuff like that not working?
I don't know. This is the first time I've recorded stuff like this on my phone.
Okay.
I usually have the GoPro, but sometimes the GoPro will just turn off. Sometimes. I lost... This is broken here for what reason? Broken and bent back this way. And then this one's bent down here. This looks old. This is new and bent back though. Why? You haven't been back here, huh, Craig?
No.
Okay, so this, look at this right here too.
Okay, now this is what I don't like about snow loads. You would think if you have snow load, most everything should be heavy on one side. Are you with me? Instead of crisscross. What do I know?
Well, that's kind of, and then the other one is there. That's a nice little area.
So this is what we originally came back here to look at. You see this though?
Yeah, and so now that's broken.
It's grown this way now though. It's not fresh. It's a hard,
And that one's here too. Like,
it's,
whole area is like this little habitat.
so now this is what we came back here to look at. All of this kind of teepee stuff here. you can see this is kind of wedged up in here, like this, just sitting. This one's up there. It comes down, and this one's actually kind of shoved down into the ground here. You have these guys that are kind of set in here like this, crossed, wedged up, laid in. And then if you look back here, we have another one like this, stick structure. So this one's, you can see, and then this branch here is a fresher break at the bottom, and that wouldn't have been able to come through this area here and land down there unless it had been placed. See? That was like shoved in there, or it looks like it was. You have another branch here hanging, and this one is just hanging off in midair as well. You can see this, it's just kind of wiggling there. But it's all intertwined up there. And you got that branch up there snapped off. Now, over here, you have a series of 3 trees. Right here, here, and here, and they're all snapped off at the exact same height. And we also found one over there, right there, that's snapped off at the same height. And we found a series back here of 3 as well. Another one. It's kind of laying here. Alright, we're going to go back out to the main trail. What I wanted to point out on this, though, is that these stick structures, the stick structures right here, are actually in line, semi-pointing over here to the main road. And this branch here, bent over and pointing directly at Craig's trail cam. So Craig has a trail cam right here on this tree, and these things are all pointing right at it. Okay? This is Lake Sulk. The deepest lake on the property, right in the middle of the road. There it is. We believe there might be a Loch Ness monster lurking in there as well. A Sulk Ness monster.
Come from the house.
The wind?
No.
No,
The smell.
right. And I thought it was like Swisher Sweets, and then your mom finally got a whiff of it. But it could be antifreeze. Yeah. Maybe that's what it's smelling?
Sweet, yeah.
You see it? All right. This is what I want to look at. Look at this. This tree, is this stuck here? No. Okay, here, film this from farther back for me. Here, right here, right here.
I gotta put this down.
Okay. We're gonna look at this then.
This way or this way?
That way's good, yep. Okay, so you get the whole thing from the ground up. Okay, so you see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches here, and this tree, okay? But it looks like this all kind of fell around this tree. But when you lift this up, this is not a tree, it is a stick. That's actually just standing right here. This one is placed holding this up. This is woven through here. These are 2 different branches. This one is shoved through this. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't something at all that would have fallen like this, because how do you get this to miraculously land with one standing straight up while these are all here? Or if this branch fell later, the thicker end is down at the bottom, which means that would have had to fall straight down, and it would have had to have fallen into all this. Craig, you think that's...
That's the only logical explanation is it wasn't done by a human. It wasn't done naturally.
So Craig, have you ever been out here before to look at this?
I haven't been out here all this year, and I don't even think I was back here in this area last year. So this is all new to me.
Okay, so we're gonna take a close look at this now. So again, this one fell, or didn't fall. This is the one that's not a tree. That's
the one
actually
I put there first.
that's actually holding all this up, and it's all intertwined. This is its own branch. Ooh. See, that's very precariously put there too. Yeah, I feel like we're being watched now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It came over you just like that too, didn't it?
The feeling of being watched?
Yeah.
As soon as I wiggled it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. I've been touching it. I've been touching it, Craig. I've been touching it.
Stop it.
Yeah. I'm going to stop this recording and switch over to thermal now. So. Okay. So we're at the stick structure now. And we just had a feeling of like being watched because we were disturbing this. This is the stick structure you can kind of see right here. So we're just kind of looking around to see. Craig, if I were to ask you, where do you feel like you're being watched from, where would you point?
That way.
Yeah. I don't see anything, but yeah, I would say it was back in that area is where I felt like there was something watching us. Remember when I told you yesterday that aside from a couple structures, there wasn't much evidence here? There's a few more than a couple structures. This stick structure here, the stick structure that we found farther out, and then the other 3 over there are all in a line.
That probably true. It's very close.
All right, up here's that stump. And the apple is still there. Day 4.
They think we're sacred and shouldn't touch it.
Right there.
Afraid of it. The stuff we put
One of the acorns is gone though. Or not the acorn, the pine cone, sorry. They've been disturbed.
So property's a little bit.
Now we are traversing. Now we are traversing the Sulk property in the rain. No, it never rained here. Ask Luke.
Oh, overnight.
It
Yeah,
never
I know.
rained here.
Oh, that's right. That was the
It
other
never
side.
rained while we
Yeah.
were investigating here.
I go, it's raining.
Not once.
No, it's not.
Nope.
I said, it's all raining in the water. Yeah, it's raining in the water.
Yeah, it never rained here. Except for when it poured overnight and when it rained when we were in the woods. But it never rained here. It's not raining now. It's a figment of our imagination. Right?
That's right.
It's just how thick the mosquitoes are. It's not rain, it's just mosquitoes. Craig, from here, where was that tree that you said got knocked down in your book?
Oh, 91 footer. It's over here.
So still over that way.
Yeah, but it's rotted after 5 years.
That's fine. I was just wondering specifically so we knew. Yeah.
Oh, you gonna go plot it? It could be on a pretty close line.
We can go look, yeah. So, what is the story again with this tree?
Well, Bob was walking out through the property a few years ago. She heard a strange deer kind of sound on one side, but she knew it wasn't a deer. She walked a few yards further. She heard it on the other side of the road leading in. 45 minutes later, this 91-foot tree, which was alive at the time, come crashing down. Perfectly calm day. No explanation. And this tree, this was the leaning tree. So it was leaning like this into this other tree. So it actually had to be pushed out and dropped that way.
Yeah, so it was actually hooked on another tree up there.
So it's not like it was just pushed over, it had to be pushed away and then forced out at an angle. 91 foot? That takes some strength.
He was up in the top of it, swinging, and then got out of control.
And then he's like, oh shit!
I like
Write it down.
I wish you would have said, oh shit, I could have turned my head faster.
So when did this one come down? Because we got one right
That would've-
across this.
That would have been a couple, maybe 2 years ago.
Anything suspicious about that? Or
No.
just, no?
But this is suspicious. This thing is suspicious. It's done by Bigfoot. There was no other explanation for it.
Seeing right now, I don't feel anything.
I never feel anything except for over there. I do. But I'm oblivious.
But you did like you don't feel any weird stuff on this property at all ever.
No, but I could be immune. Really.
But when we touched that branch and it sprang,
No, there was no wind there. You touched the branch.
I know.
Yeah.
When I touched the branch and it sprang up like that, it got weird.
Yeah, and you were like in front of me, and later on you asked me, and I thought something was weird over that in
Behind the
you
structure.
thought it was a little more to the
Yeah.
north than I did, but not much.
Yeah. But you did feel like something was watching us at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now,
But see, listen, I get a little paranoid when we're touching stuff that I know we shouldn't be.
yeah, that too. But
Yeah.
it still felt like we were trespassing there.
Well, when they pay the mortgage, a different story.
No, but like usually when I come up here and in that area over there by the camper, usually when I come up here in this area and over by the camper over there, I feel weird. Like I get a weird feeling that something back here is watching me or something.
Okay, this goes to my kind of a theory. This was mined out. That's still original land. The other side was mined out. There's something about this. I don't know if it's because this was mined, but where are you hearing stuff? You're hearing it on what we didn't have gravel and dirt taken out of.
Yeah. So what did they mine it for? Hang on a
Well,
second.
here
It's a
it
little
was
windy.
for a special sand.
You can probably
Now,
talk.
okay, down here on our property, we mined a special kind of sand out of here for a waste management company. On the property next to us, and this is 5 acres here, maybe, and it was like 20 some acres over there. They mined out all the gravel. So all that's left of this beautiful original ridge is where you hear all the noises.
Two, one. There's a footprint here. Yeah, if you want. That's 15 inches. Heel.
Oh my God.
Heel. And then again, there's toes up here.
This is like the 17-inch indentions we had over there.
Do you see it?
I do.
Okay, that's there.
I'll get out of the way, but I just sat down.
No, you're fine. I'm going backwards. There.
So you have another one.
Maybe. See here? Maybe.
This is the 17-incher. I'll show you why. It goes back to here.
Why do you think that?
I know,
Back to
you're
here?
You're from here. I think it's back right above where the thumb is.
Yeah, I would say so. Because you have a big dip right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than 17 inches, though.
What did you just call me? Big dip.
It's a big dip back here. Yeah.
It's a 17-incher.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, you can't see it. The only reason you can see it, like, there's no way you're going to cast this because there's no...
Right. This is the problem I have with stuff on this property. To physically be here, you can see that that's a track, an indention, and it matches up exactly with the other 17-incher. When we had a string of like 11 of these, even a little more defined, a couple 100 yards from here. It's the same track. But you can't cast this damn thing.
Nope. But you can feel it. You can feel this is impressed down, and this is not. This is softer. This is down to the ground. The pine needles and everything here are pressed in. And same as up here, you can feel where there's a toe, and then a little line of dirt, and then a toe and a little line of dirt, toe, little line of dirt, and a big toe over here. No, little toe.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's his right track.
Yeah, there, oh yeah. This is a big toe, about right here.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing is about 10 inches.
You're kind of going across ways, aren't you?
This is the big toe, the little toe's over here. 10 inches. One,
Yeah. Okay,
two,
I think when I measured
three.
it, I went across like where the arc
well, I
would
go
be.
across the toes. But
Okay, well now I know.
just because that's the widest part of it, you know.
Okay.
I mean, I guess there's no right way to do it or not, but yeah.
This to me now, Joe Blow is gonna say, "Oh, it's just an indention or whatever," but like you're in the know. You know how to do these things. It matches up perfectly, and that's good investigating. That's good proof. 4 years apart. Same size track.
Yep.
So is this the biggest Bigfoot track you've ever seen?
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm glad I sent you in here. You just wanted to go walking down the road, go get supper. But no, I sent you in here and look what happened.
Okay, so can you point to the other one, Ma? The first one? Right there is a right foot. Yep, that's the heel. And up, that's the right foot. And then back here, we found another, what we think is the right foot. And it also is 17 inches. The big toe would be right here. And then across, it's 10 inches across. And then the heel ends about right there at the 17 inch.
What I need us to do is measure from toe to toe, and we'll know what 2 steps, how far that is compared to, how people consider themselves experts. Say the stride should be.
We can try and get out. I don't know how long this thing is.
Should be 60 inches.
71.
That'll
That's 6
probably
feet.
make it.
So
Sorry.
get back up. Big toe is here, and that's 71 inches.
Okay, I'll put my finger here.
71, and you want to the tip of the big toe.
Okay,
So
go ahead and start
71 plus the big toe would be right there. 71 plus 36.
So that's
107.
9 inches. I mean 9 feet. 9 inches.
107.
9 feet.
Is my math wrong, people? I went to Peshtigo High School.
36 and 71 is
108, which is 9 feet.
9 foot.
So 4.5 foot stride, because that's both rights.
Yeah. Here.
You know another track?
Could be. Those are rights, right?
Yep.
So if this is this one looks.
That would be about another right. He could be a one-footed squatch.
I want to get down here and see this damn thing. No. I want to say it's not, but then that's right at 17 inches again. What should be a big toe and the 4 toes, and then there's an indent right there, and that's at 17 inches again. And about 9 inches wide, I would say.
Okay, now he's coming down a hill there.
No, wait. Yeah, about 9.5 inches wide. So maybe his other foot is
What have you,
It goes right to that. Look at the look on his face.
we're talking.
So now, Craig, since you knew we were coming back out here, did you come out here and plant all this festival?
Yeah, I put one of them fake Bigfoot, but only the right one.
Nice. Well, he got that hobble, so he got.
Yeah.
So you can only put that one down. But even so, let's look at this. I mean, I'm not as big as these things, but I tried to put my foot down to make that impression. I can't do it. Here, why don't you stomp down on here and see if, no offense, but you're bigger. Let's see if
What are you saying?
you can. I said you're bigger. See if you can put your foot down. Right. Let's see. The footprint was here, so let's have you stomp right there. Sorry, right there, and see as hard
Mom,
as
will
you
hold
can.
it so I can really stomp?
As hard as you can. See if you can leave an indent. Kind of better than mine, but nowhere near what we saw there.
I weigh twice as much as you.
So
And I stomped.
how much do you weigh?
310.
310. So that's 310 pounds.
100 pounds.
Yeah, that's not much. So okay, let's look at this one. You can feel the heel. You can definitely feel the heel here. And the toe, but it's rounded. You can tell this is soft, this is impacted. And then here's the heel. Now, what's it say on the top of there for time?
725.
So this is only,
Should be 13.
yep, about 13 inches.
Mhm.
And these things are only 5 inches wide. So if this was a person that was doing this, Craig's got 13-inch feet. That's not 17 inches for one, for a boot print. And the width is twice as wide as even the boot. Now, Craig's feet aren't even as wide as the inside of his boot. So even if the boot is 5 inches wide, his foot isn't. Because your foot isn't as wide as the sole of your foot, otherwise it wouldn't fit in your boot. So,
I'm loving it.
that's where we're at. Like these things, you can't find them, you can't do anything. But when you find footprints in different areas, and not just, off the trail and stuff, that are abnormal. You have toes that are too wide for a human being, and you have length that is possible for a human, but, you're out here all the time, Craig. Have you ever walked around out here barefoot?
I have deformed feet. I have to wear these specialized shoes. Seriously, that's a serious.
Okay. Now, have you ever had anyone on your property wander around out here barefoot?
No. Well, granddaughter, but how big is she?
And how much
Like
she weighs,
6.
too?
Yeah.
But still, if you can only leave that imprint, how big of a person has to leave
Huge.
that kind of imprint that I can see it when you're just walking through here?
I'm stomping,
Yes.
and we're looking at, even with a stomp, and that's just naturally walking, 800 pounds. Give me a guess.
Lake Sulk again. No, this is where the Sulk Lake monster lives. We'll be investigating him. We'll be investigating him on another episode. The investigations at Hyden continue, but for us to go in depth, we're not going to be able to show you everything that we have done over the past year in just 1 or 2 episodes. So instead, we have decided to launch an entire separate web series called Finding Hyden. So we hope that you look forward to watching that in the future coming out. and see all the stuff that we've investigated and all the evidence that we've collected out here at the Hyden Adventure. And until then, we'll see you next time. No,
What the hell? It's watching us.
it is.
Bear? Goes together. What the hell? That's
It's
cool
on
sound.
thermal.
It is?
It is. It's right in the middle of my screen. Okay, so I've been sitting here this whole time. Now a tree is poking me. It just literally like came up and like poked me in the back of the head. How is it doing that?
The end of the building. At the end of the carport.
On my side?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw
Oh boy.
a very large shadow.
Is that you?
No.
Head this way. Don't go back there.
You think bear back there or what?
Maybe. I don't think so. They're not vocal.
So what do you think it was? Squatch?
I do.
Should we go back there?
That's exactly what I wouldn't do. Like, go up there and fuck around. If you think that's what we should do, we'll do it.
If you think there's a bear back here, we're not going to go back there.
No, I
If
don't
you
think
think
there's
that's a squatch, let's go back.